Okay, we are having tons of fun up here in the attic, and this is one of the things we're going to work on here. This is a junction box from a 1976 remodel, I believe, and it's got some newer NMB wire going into the new addition of the house beyond the wall straight ahead of us, and from there back is the existing house. But so you see here is one circuit of knob and tube, and they have it connected to a new 10-2 or 12-2 with ground wire. That 12-2 is powering
by this,
and so we have to figure out just what it is that is connected to. But anyway, it looks like this one here is a neutral wire, and this one here is a hot wire. So we're just going to trace it back through the house here. It goes that direction. Here is the connection here for the neutral wire, and that is the hot wire going under my board. And yeah, so that wire continues on down that way, so we'll figure it out. Anyway, we've got the knob and tube pulled out over there. It's deactivated. We have the new 14-2 wire going to that light fixture and to this light fixture, and then the spool wire is over where the switch location is. So we'll get everything routed, and then we'll come back and staple everything off and get it all nicely laid out. So yeah, I have to crawl back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. So one thing that is kind of nice is that inside of that conduit there, right next to the purlins, roof supports, there is a 10-gauge green ground wire, solid core wire coming up that. So we are going to make use of that to ground all this new 14-gauge wire up here. And so having a nice big 10-gauge ground wire is a good thing. Okay, so that takes care of that. We've got other wire that we have been routing up here, and so we're just going to keep on routing wire. Mitch is fishing wire up from the boxes, and I'm locating everything, drilling the holes, and then he fishes up, and then I feed wire down to him. I don't know why I got the dirty job. I guess somebody has to do it. But he did have to run and buy lunch, and you can't complain for that. Okay, yeah, when I get something cool to show, I will show. But otherwise, we are well into taking out this knob and tube wiring and replacing it with modern 14-2 with ground and some 14-3 with ground for all the lighting circuits in the upstairs. Fortunately, the outlets are all within the walls, and so those will not be an issue when insulation is blown in up here. Okay, let me get back to work. There you go. We've removed the knob and tube from this junction box, put in a 14-2 wire, connected it up to the grounds, and connected it up to the circuit in the master bathroom from the 1976 remodel. So we are in business. Apparently that ground lug there was never tightened, and so I just tightened that ground wire down for the first time, and so now the box is properly grounded. And so yeah, now just gotta route the wire all the way back down there to the junction box where the power comes from. Okay. Okay, we have eliminated all of the knob and tube wiring up here now. There's still knob and tube hanging, but we'll tear all that stuff out tomorrow. So we have all our new wiring is going along the top of the joists there. It's on the other side of these purlins, so they're out of the way. They're not going to be stepped on. Here is some of the fire stuff. So we just found out that there's like a 4-inch hole here for the fire pipes that they should have filled with fire blocking material, and they didn't. So we'll have to have a little chit chat with the fire suppression people about that. So we have the wires going along here. We use these plastic stackers to arrange the wire neatly. And this is the junction box. So that is where we have to connect to the knob and tube wire that comes up from the breaker box. And what we'll do is we'll put a 15 amp arc fault ground fault combination breaker on it, and that should offer good protection for that. These are going to be routed so that they are not covered with insulation, and then we'll put a better jacket on them, something that will allow airflow. So yeah, and then this one here gets changed to these 12-2 wires. We'll get those routed and fastened down more nicely. But yeah, so we'll go through and tidy everything up tomorrow and make it all nice and pretty, and then we should be done with it. But yeah, we have what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 circuits. Okay, good. So just got the word. Mitch ran around and tested everything, and everything is working, so we are good to go. Homeowners are very happy. I'm happy. So, okay, I'm going to finish cleaning it up and get my buns out of here and go home and relax. Okay, and there you go. You would hardly be able to tell that things have been completely rewired here. We have 3-way switching for okay. Alright, someone did something to that one, so I'll have to figure it out. But the hall lights are working. Bedroom lights are working. Hall light here is working. And these lights are working. Just check the bathroom here. There's a okay, those are working. So this would be part of the 1976 or so remodel. But it looks like everything in here is working. Remember, I had to tie into that junction box up above here. And so all is good with that. Oh, where's that switch? There. Closet. Okay, so the wires are there, but the light fixture's not up yet. Okay, so that's it. Okay. So I just want to run up here, and I missed one little connection. So I'm just going to run over and take care of it real fast. Okay. Yeah. Let's get over here and fix this thing. Got to connect the neutral common return wire from the stairway three-way switch into the box. Okay, let me see, where is that thing? Well, you know what? They are all connected. Let me walk over there and see what I can see. Okay, let's see what happened. It accidentally got clipped. So let me run over there and hook it up. This is a quick diagram example of a knob and tube three-way switch setup. And the way this works is you have your hot wire going up to the common screw on the first three-way switch, in this case at the top of the stairs on the third floor. From there, it will go to one of two traveler wires. We'll call the yellow wire traveler 1 and the brown wire traveler 2. So depending on if you have these two switches both switched up or both switched down, current will flow through these two travelers. So with both switches up, it will go through traveler 1. Both switches down, it will go through traveler 2. And if you have either switch one up and one down, but not the same, then no current will flow at all. So when you have the switches lined up, either both up or both down, current will flow on one or the other traveler wire. And from the second switch location, you have a neutral return wire, common, the common screw, that will travel up to your light fixture, and then from your light fixture the neutral will return back down to the breaker panel. And that is how a knob and tube system works. The porcelain knob and porcelain tubes will be going through the floor joists, the wall studs, and be nailed along the surfaces to keep the wire safely separated from any flammable wood. Okay, that is how a knob and tube three-way switch setup works. Okay. And those are tight and secured. They are only going to be a temporary connection overnight. Okay, we are set. It's just a temporary connection with a 6-watt LED light bulb on it. Not even going to worry about it. There is the box that we're making all our connections for the new circuits up here. And then that will get a 3-gang blank cover over it. Okay, so we are done. Okay. And there you go. 3 wallets, which is what we're going to get for the hallway, stairway. Okay, let's go home.